Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of Infinitode 2. So, currently I'm playing on update 1.7.4. They're still fixing some bugs, and yeah, sometimes you can see these mini maps going white. Sometimes also happens in this screen. So they're still fixing some bugs. And also they have added new research that is gonna give just more statistics about the enemies killed and the maximum DPS for every tower. A research that you can find right here. It's gonna be very cheap to get. It's just a couple of thousand of green papers, and then power, experience, and agility blueprints. You should have a ton of that. So yeah, it's gonna just be more information. Now I'm doing this video because I've been asked in the comments to show also the bonus levels. So the 5 new levels that have been added in this 1.7 update, and especially some quests because of the fact that some of them can be quite hard to achieve. And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Now I'm not gonna probably do every single level because I think, for example, in this second bonus level, every single quest is quite easy to achieve. So I guess yeah, this level I'm gonna just skip it. But yeah, I'm gonna cover the hardest quests for every single bonus level. Now, first thing first, the difficulty on which you're playing the levels is gonna affect how easily you can obtain the quests. So certain quests can be more easily achieved if you are playing on easy or normal, so reducing the difficulty of the enemies. And yeah, for example, oh wow, okay, for example here, damage dealt, or the enemies killed by splash, or the save time by wave calls are all parameters that you can complete more easily with playing on easy or normal. Instead, certain quests like score gained in one game, or yeah, especially the ones related to the score, instead can be completed more easily if you are playing on harder difficulties, so endless in this case. Now I like always to play in endless regardless of the quest, because I'm gonna be getting loot, because I'm getting more prizes, because I'm able to use the endless research. So I have more levels, and so I'm getting more bonuses from playing in this game mode. So that is what I'm gonna do. And especially here, I recommend right now that I'm gonna show you the how to get the quest, the score quest in one game. I recommend you to play on endless because yeah, just by increasing the difficulty of the enemies, you're already gaining more score. Now here, as I said, I'm gonna do now the score gain in one game in this first bonus level. Now the main difficulty of these bonus levels is the fact that the total amount of waves is limited. So normally in every other game, in every other level in the game, there is no limit to the waves. The enemies are gonna just keep on coming out until you either decide to end your game or until you die. But in these bonus levels, yeah, it works differently. So total amount of waves in this case will be 75, and so you have to achieve this score in 75 waves. And that can yeah, complicate a little bit more things up. Yeah, so now I'm gonna just show you a strategy not involving abilities that you can use to achieve this quest. So total score 133,000. Now here I'm gonna just simply go through the strategy because there is no point in trying to like explain every single thing that I'm doing. Yeah, now first of all, one quick thing that you can do to improve your total score is disable instant auto wave call, because in this way the next wave will come out only after you have defeated every single enemy from the previous wave, and in that way you can pretty much increase your bonus score, because you're getting more coins, and the more coins you can get by calling early the wave, the higher your score gain will be. So yeah, that's a very simple trick that you can use to increase already your quest your score, sorry, by just changing the game mode. Now here I'm gonna just show you very simply what to get, because whenever you are trying to get a high score, getting miners is essential. The more resources you can get, the higher your total score will be. So that's why I'm dropping a very early mine here after I placed 2 bounties, and yeah, that's it. So not just for the amount of scholar in this case that I can start to get, but especially because I can start stacking up this double mining speed, and so yeah, that can definitely help. So here let's just get everything level 1, and yeah, you don't really need a lot of offensive towers. Like in this case I'm playing on endless, and I have the research pretty much maxed in normal, so yeah, my towers are quite strong. In case you are struggling with this kind of setup, just place like more cannons here, more missiles, and yeah, even like this I'm losing lives because here I didn't place a tower to cut off the path of the enemies. But yeah, still, even losing lives is fine. You're not gonna get a lower score if you lose lives, so yeah, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And now here, very simply, I'm just getting this miner level 1, and then I'm just dropping here some mining speed modifiers. So in this way I can increase even further the attack speed and yeah, the mining speed of this miner. Yeah, that of course works at the end of the day. So let's drop here another missile, why not? Yeah, right here I'm doing a pretty standard strategy. So I'm dropping the bounties and I'm upgrading the towers when I see that they start struggling against the enemies. I'm using, in this case, my towers and my bounties to also block the enemies and make the path longer. I remember in Endless, the enemies are going to try to cut through the platforms and try to get to your base faster. So yeah, that's always something that you need to remember. Let's get this miner now level 2, why not? Some more resources. And here I can place... yeah, that's it. I think 5 bounties is enough. There are just 75 total waves, so I don't think it's necessary to get any further. So I'm upgrading now everything level 3. Next I will get this bounty level 3. Let's wait one more wave. Okay, here we go. So because of the amount of research I have, I can collect up to 70 coins for each bounty. And so that means that every time I'm past 3,500 in terms of total coins, I'm getting the maximum amount of it. And yeah, that's why here I'm looking at the price. I'm looking at how many coins I have, and then I'm trying to always keep this number above 3,500, because in that way I'm getting the maximum amount of coins from each bounty. And yeah, right here, just the most important thing is trying to get this miner level 5 as fast as possible. So I'm just here upgrading my towers just to have enough damage to destroy the enemies. But I have already here stacked a lot of double speed, so yeah, even if I can't defeat the enemies right away, it's still fine. And yeah, just by getting, in this case, in this map, there is just one resource, this one right here. So yeah, the only chance you have is actually place a miner here and upgrading it. So yeah, you can see the score going up. Now that I've placed, I've got the miner level 5. Yeah, I can pretty much start like upgrading my offensive towers, trying to destroy these enemies quicker. But yeah, at this stage of the game, it doesn't really matter what you do, because you have already here maximum speed, maximum level, so you can't increase this. Sometimes something that can help you is like sell all your offensive towers so that you don't attack anymore, you don't destroy the enemies. But I mean, you destroy them, but you're destroying them very, very slowly. And so by doing that, you can make the waves last longer, because you're gonna call the next wave only after a lot. And so in that time that you're waiting for the next wave to spawn, you're actually still collecting resources. So your score is still going up. For example, here I'm gonna just show you what I mean. So here I have disabled auto wave call, and now instead of calling the next wave, I'm just letting the timer drop to 1. And you can see that my score is still going up, because I have here the miners still mining. And yeah, that's a trick that you can do, especially when you have a lot of time here in your miners. Double mining speed. And yeah, you can see my score is still going up, and I'm using the time between waves as a natural time to get more score. Now it depends, because sometimes like calling the wave early can actually make you earn more score than just letting your miners mine. So for example, here I'm gonna call it, and see I'm gonna gain like 2000 score just because I called the next wave early. So yeah, I guess it depends on the wave, and it depends on how many miners, because imagine here you have like 5 miners. Definitely letting them mine in the meantime is gonna be an advantage. But yeah, in this case, yeah, I'm gonna just do this, but you can see that it's plenty of time. And yeah, I'm still mining, my score is still going up, and yeah, that's it. So it's very simple. This strategy works very well for me. You can see that I'm well past now the amount of score I need to you need it for the quest. So yeah, it's pretty much like that. So yeah, I'm gonna just let the timer now drop to 0, and then the next wave will come out automatically. I still have double mining speed, so that's perfect. And here we go, this is the final wave, and that's it. And my final score was actually 205,000, so that's well above the amount that you need for the quest. And that was it. So that's my tutorial and my strategy for this first level. I think the other quests are quite easy to achieve. Now the save time by wave calls during one game is quite the opposite. So now I'm gonna just show it to you. Why not? So when you're trying to save as much time as possible during the waves, you need to do pretty much the opposite of what I've done in this in the other gameplay. So of course you don't want to lose any cash for your miners, and here you switch on the instant auto wave call, because in this way, and by placing auto, now the next wave will come out as soon as it's ready. So you are saving as much time as possible between the waves. See here that it's almost instant. So yeah, that is the way to that is how to get the quest completed in terms of how much time you can save up. And yeah, just activate instant auto wave call, and yeah, you just need to focus here on your towers, so pretty much having enough defenses to destroy every time all the enemies. Yeah, placing bounties, and yeah, if you can survive like this until wave like 65, not even 75, 65, 70, you should have already stacked all the time necessary to complete the quest. So yeah, that's how you can complete the other quest, and I think that's it. Because yeah, the other 3 quests are quite easy to achieve. One is just yeah, the score gained, but very, very low, so no problems. Damage dealt totally, so you can, if you can't achieve this damage in one game, you just need to play like another game, and yeah, until you get it. And also enemies killed by tower splash, again very easy, just 400. You just need to place like here for example a splash tower, then also here, and here always a freezing tower. And then yeah, with this I just upgrade the two splash towers, being careful here not letting the enemies through. If in case you need to, you can just like place some bounties here, block the enemies, make them go the longer way around, and maybe you can drop another splash right here. And yeah, you just destroy the enemies until you can uh, achieve the 400 and you can complete the quest. And that's it, because right now I showed you how to get the last two quests that are, in my opinion, the harder ones. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.